For this trip I plan to bike around as many of the 42 SPFL clubs as possible in the 2 weeks ahead of work. While you're watching the planned route, can you do me a favour and leave a comment with what club you support, as it would be interesting to see whose fans are watching this video. And if you appreciate the time and effort taken to make the video, please consider subscribing to my channel. It's free to subscribe, and if you click the bell you'll be notified when I upload new videos. Day 1, after taking the train from Aberdeen down to Dumfries, I had to bike to Annan and back due to the Dumfries and Annan replacement bus not taking bikes. First stop of the trip is Queen of the South. I think these guys are only in League Fit Championship, I think. Should have done a bit more research before I came here. Got to be one of the poorest branded stadiums I've seen. One little wee sign saying Queen of the South. Stop 2 of the day is Gallowbank, home at Annan Athletic. I've seen us beating in the Scottish Cup last year in round 3. A wee bit of fun around. First stop today, ground number 3. I couldn't believe that coming round here last night because it took us 10 hours to get to Dumfries Centre. Brutal headwind. Stairs Park, home of Stranraer, 3rd oldest club in the league. Behind, I think it's Kilmarnock and Queen's Park. So we'll hopefully get to them in the next few days as well. And then, like a few others I've seen already, it's a properly pressed pitch. Today's route kind of goes back a first hour of yesterday's lap, and it's coming through this part of the Sworn Upland Way. As you can see, it's a bit of a bonus site. Loads of trees have been blown down, and this is Google's idea of a road bike path. It took us about 10 hours to get to Stranraer from Dumfries yesterday. So as you've seen, I just popped in past Stairs Park for Stranraer before I left. Oh, bloody logs. Before I left Stranraer this morning. Next stop is Ayr United. I think it's around about 56 mile, which should take us about 5 or 6 hours through some of the hills. Some brutal climbs. Hopefully it's a bit of tailwind today, because it was a brutal headwind yesterday into the rain. So I might get a bit more filming in the day if it's decent weather. Stop number 4, Somerset Park, from Ayr United. This is Somerset Park. Rugby Park, just over on the road to Somerset Park. Hi. Home of Kilmarnock, 2nd oldest team in the league, in the country even. Not sure if you can hear me over the wind, but decided to go up to Paisley for Kilmarnock. Thanks to the guy at Kelly for telling us about this road on the A77. Got the motorway zooming past on the left there. And this is the A77 all the way to Glasgow. And it's a reasonably busy road, cars are flying by us, but we've got this bike path otherwise so far, so it's absolutely amazing. A bit like being around here in Austria, in Germany. So hopefully it's like this all the way up to Paisley, and I will see you at St Mirren. Made it to Paisley today. just under 100 mile, 155 kilometres. So this is ground number 6 of the 42, and the 4th one today. Doing a quick bike in so you can get a gander at what this looks like. Smissa Stadium, weird name. Gates open, so let's go in until somebody tells us to come through. Really much to see in the back of here.
My name's Mark Kelly, I'm a commercial executive here.
Okay. Thanks for showing me around.
No, you're welcome. So this is a main stand area. So section A, the main stand, is the kind of family section.
Okay.
Where we try and encourage families and young kids to come all the way up until sections F and G. So the very last two sections of the main stand is what we give to away support, so they've got some coverage of the weather.
Weather like today.
Or we've got the whole wee doubling into here which we'll give to the away support when it's a nice day, so it's good when you get the fans out there. This area here is the cowshed. As you can see, we've had some storm damage to the roof, which will be getting fixed just before the start of the new season.
Yeah.
But that's predominantly all home fans. That's where kind of the singing support will go.
Okay.
And then this is called the Sinclair Street end, which again is for home support.
It's proper all terracing, is it? Yeah. Aye.
We've got some seating in the cowshed. Main stand's all seated, but it's good to still get terrace and their fans can still stand up and watch the games.
Alright, cool. Okay, thanks for that. Let's see if you can hear now with traffic. We're crossing the East Bridge. Cracking day so far. Cracking day just now. It's been raining off and on for the whole morning. And it's pretty slow going. We have to stop about 20 times to get on off the waterproof. We've got 5 mile left to get to Dumbarton, and then we're going to be heading out to the big smoke over there. After Dumbarton it'll be Partick Thistle, followed by Rangers, followed by Hampden, Parkhead and then East Kilbride. Actually it's getting all that done today because it's been pretty slow going. Dumbarton and Hinder the Rock, ground number 8 I think. The day's been miserable, there's some rain on and off all day. And I'll look in the back here, see what we've got. Right, Munich Farwell, Partick Thistle, going by that sign at the top, it's been here since 1927. Fucking mural inside the wall. And around here as well. After visiting Partick Thistle, I had to find a bike shop to fix some spokes, a bit like last year at Stuttgart. So thanks to Liam and the guys at Mungo's Mechanics for the quick fix, which meant I could go into Ibrox first thing the next morning. Right, first up the day is Ibrox. First time I've been here since I've been to Scottish Cup 4th round. Weather's miserable. Something I got home about 2-1, got a few photos and move on to Hampden. Second stop of the day is Hampden. That's the Hampdens on this side. City Stadium, Queen's Park for an awful though. They were playing at Hampden last year. The rain's finally stopped and we're at Parkhead, home at Celtic. Third stop for the day. And ground number 11 to the 42. I was here a couple of years ago to watch Celtic play Bucky, and the last time I was here on a bike, I biked from here up to the Broch in a day, a couple of weeks before Celtic came up for a charity match. To commemorate the lifeboat disaster. Stop for the day, and it's K Park, home of East Kilbride, newest team in the league because they beat Brower on the playoffs. So if I get as far as Dingwall, thanks to these guys, I have to do another 50 mile after Ross County. Stop 5 of the day is New Douglas Park, home of Hamilton Accies up until this year. I think they've moved up to Broadwood. So thanks to Barry Walker for pointing that out. But I think it's still for Clyde to play, I think. Let's go in a quick blast around. I was here last year when I biked to Munich. Weather's slightly better than it was back then. Yesterday it was Fairhill, today we're at Far Park. I think it's ground 6 of the day, and 14, it's 6 windy. Stop number 7 I think. Number 15, 14 overall, Airdrie, Orleans. Can't remember if it's this league they're in. Let's go now dander in here. Bloody rain's come on again. Bartlett Stadium. Broadwood Stadium. I think this is going to be for Hamilton they're playing next year, so thanks to Barry for reminding me of that. Else I wouldn't have came here. I think it's a plastic pitch. Too many of them in the league's getting. Not sure if it's open. I'll go and have a blast around and see if we can get a closer look. Looks like a tidy wee stadium. Gates open, it's open and light. Go on and see if I can wander about before somebody kicks me out. Cool. So just left Broadwood Stadium, number 8 of the day. I think that's for Hamilton. They're going to be playing next year. It's a bit weird because I was doing it at Hamilton Arcade Stadium at New Douglas Park earlier in the day where Clyde are playing. Just cycling along the Forth and Clyde Canal. As you can see, the scenery is stunning. Last time I was on here it was pitch black because I was biking from Parkhead up to the Belsley in a day. Left Parkhead at midnight and then came along the canal in the pitch black just with lights on the bike, which was quite a surreal experience. Yeah, it was raining back then as well, but rain's off for now and the sun's out, so all good. See you at Stenhousemuir, stop number 9. 9th stop of the day, 18th in total, Stenhousemuir.
Tidy looking ground. Never been, I've never been there before. Gates are open. So let's go on for a
back at Forthbank Stadium. I was here last year playing Rangers Christmas Trophy. Decent wee stadium, but there's no Brandon, Munich who's playing here.
stop the day in the Val Stadium on the Iowa Athletic. Stop number 2 of the day, and 21 halfway through the 42 is Falkirk. Ground number 22, Homer Livingston. We just got promoted after beating Ross County.
I forgot to film anything at Meadowbank Stadium home at Edinburgh City, so here's photographic proof of the visit.
Alright, backside Easter Road. Hopefully we'll get a better view than this. If I drive around and see. Massive. First stop of the day, East End Park, ground number 27. Flanagan Fenman. Second stop of the day, Kelly Hearts. I was here a couple of years ago with the drone, so if you want to see what it looks like from above, go and check it out. Get some opener. Stop for the day. This is East Fife. I was getting some funny looks at the Rovers with Dunfermline colour runs, so I thought I'd scoot along here and get here as quick as possible. So this is number 30 out of the 42. 12 to go. Next up is the Tayside Trio, Perth for St Johnstone. So we're back arguing with Google again. I reckon why the hell you just have to put us onto these type of roads. Finally made it to Perth after some brutal climbs and some unbikeable roads. I've been doing that once before, a couple of years ago. It was a long, boring game with think they're in. I think somebody got a penalty in the last minute. Well, here we go. Another 2 tipped off. I was planning on just stopping at Perth today, but tailwind to Dundee made us do an extra 20 mile. So there's Danadice and Towns Park will be up the road a wee bit. That's Danadice behind us. Now we're at Downs Park.
Your destination is on the left.
Okay. Day 8 and we are at our growth. Ground number 34 I think. Gate's open, so let's go in and have a look around. Been here once a couple of seasons ago. Tidy ground, pitch is looking good for the start of the season. I think we're back up into the championship this year. The second stop of the day is Forfar, number 35, so only 7 left to go. I think. Keep forgetting. Just parked. Stadium. There we go, back at the main stand. Top 3 for the day completes the Angus clubs. No
Day 9, for some reason the sound stopped working, maybe it was all the rain from the previous day. After COVID didn't bother going to Pittodrie, as it was just a few minutes from the flat, so we popped in there and rode past the D2. Pittodrie was ground number 38 of the 42 and last of the Premier League clubs. The second last stop of the day was Peterhead, the Bluetoon, the enemy and the local rivals, also the opposition for Jamie Baker's testimonial. So make sure to come along to Belsley for that match on Saturday the 5th of July. Day 10 was into an energy sapping wind all the way. The 6 takes along National Cycling 1 and over the Cullen Viaduct. Another all railway line for anything at Cove due to miserable weather and being soaked. Getting closer to Elgin and still on Route 1, this time crossing the Spey Viaduct. Finally made it to Elgin after 6.5 hours in ground number 40, so only 2 to go. The rain came on here again, so we made it to Annan for the last overnight stop. Day 11 and the final day of the trip. First stop was at Cally Thistle, thanks to the last year reception for letting me in for a look around. 41 down and 1 to go. Last ground was at Ross County after a quick stop at the train station to check on the train times. I had 10 minutes to get to stadium and back before catching the train, and that's the end of this year's trip. 11 days, 42 clubs and 1,272 kilometres, or just over 790 miles. Thanks for watching, and if you made it this far you might as well click the subscribe button to join the fan base.